Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello! And today, we're going to talk about a new movie.
Yes.
It's a body horror movie from fairly newish director Coralie Fargeat, I think you say.
She's French?
She's French.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You didn't know that?
Nah.
No. Of course not.
Excuse you?
Written and directed by Coralie Fargeat. It's The Substance. Ooh, yes. Some more body horror. A forgotten genre.
A while since we watched body horror.
Yeah, or at least new body horror.
And, yeah.
There was one, like a couple of years ago, another French one, called Titan. I don't know if you watched that one.
No, I never watched that one.
But the lady that fell in love with a car.
I know which one it is, but I didn't watch it. I was thinking about the one we did watch, and we made a video on the one where she had her brother in the back of her head.
Oh yeah, that's true. Malignant. That's
right. That's the one.
That movie's all over the place. That's a movie that's poised to become a classic in a few years, I think, because people keep talking about it. I saw it recently. But there was of course another one. Probably my favorite body horror of the last few years. Possessor was really good, from Brandon Cronenberg. David Cronenberg's
that one is
son. Oh, okay.
I haven't watched that much body horror. I was introduced with Malignant, I think. Probably saw something before that, but not like realizing it was body horror.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen The Fly.
Yeah,
that counts, doesn't it?
That's prime body horror.
Yeah.
You know, when the human body starts to break down, the human condition starts to break down.
Ages ago.
Yeah. That's really, if anyone isn't sure what the genre is, that's what it is. It's horror based around how disgusting the body can be.
Yeah.
And
usually,
yeah, and put
exaggerated
into, put into even worse situations with machines or poisons or possessions and stuff like that.
What am I looking for? Oh, whatever.
The story in The Substance is an aging actress, an old starlet,
a fading celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to read that, but yeah. She partakes in a program called The Substance, where she injects the substance and becomes young again with a slight twist. I don't want to say more than that because they don't explain more than that in the trailer. So I want to keep that.
We're gonna be really careful not to spoil things for the first 15
part
to 20 minutes,
like we usually do. So yeah, let's get into it, and I'll ask you, like we usually do, what did you think of The Substance?
Initially I thought it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big chunk of it that I just didn't enjoy a lot. It was kind of dull. But the more I think about it, I think the last bit kind of weighs up for it.
Sure. Yeah, I saw you doing a lot of, huh? What? Huh?
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck is going on?
What? Yeah, I was like, oh no, she doesn't like it.
There are still things that I'm very confused about. We're going to discuss more in the spoiler part of it.
Okay.
Because it just doesn't really make sense to me.
Okay.
How that would work, but maybe it's just me not understanding. I don't know. But it's I don't know. The gore weighs up for a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's still weird, but I laughed, I cringed, I was about to throw up.
Yeah.
I was a little bit bored at points, but I was also very interested at points. What else can you expect from a body horror movie? Really?
Yeah. What did you think of the more overarching story? Not so much the plot. The plot is pretty simple, but what did you think of the story, the themes?
That's the part I thought was a little bit vague at points.
Vague.
Like
this was the most obvious movie of the year.
Yeah,
for me
sure.
At least.
The big one, but then like details of that was kind of vague and stupid, which made me question the overarching like plot. And It's hard to explain without spoiling things, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm still kind of lukewarm to it, leaning towards, it's better than I thought. But I'm probably not going to rewatch this a lot. I might have to rewatch it to understand it better after we've discussed it, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree to that. It's not a movie I'm going to like sit down and watch like once every year or something. It's a long movie. Not that it was a problem, but it was a long movie. It's not just a 90-minute romp you just casually watch. No, you're
become used to again a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's an effort to watch it, I would say.
Yeah. It's 2 hours and 20 with credits.
Yes. So yeah, I'm not going to watch it again probably, but I mean I really enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the best movies of the year.
Oh.
It's in my top 10.
Oh. I haven't rated it yet, but it's not going to be in my top 10.
Okay. I mean, I thought the...
it felt a little pretentious.
Well, yeah, it's French.
Well, I didn't know it was French, so...
Okay.
To me, it was an American movie.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's yes, it is pretentious. But it's also but in a good way. It's not it's the real use of the word pretentious.
Sure, that's true.
We have defined that before, but because you usually use pretentious as something bad.
When it's trying to be better than it is, or
but when you use the word in the right,
the correct way.
In the correct way, it's something good. I mean, it's mainly used something bad. What is it exactly?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's true. Because is there
really a good way to use it?
Trying to appear or sound more important or clever than you are, especially in matters of art and literature. But okay. So it's not wholly bad. It's trying to give the appearance of great importance, especially in a way that is obvious. And I think, that's what it is. This is very obvious with its themes, with its message, with its commentary.
Sure.
But I don't see it as bad because of it. I think it's intentionally obvious.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
It's in your face.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
All the time.
Very much in your face.
Very much in your face. Yeah. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Yes, it was a little over the top, and there was some parts I cringed at. It was like, really, we're doing like, this is stuff we were critiquing in the 90s or 80s or 70s even.
Yeah.
But then I recognize, like, I'm a man, so
certain things are gonna be
very, very different for me than for this. This is both a, like, super, like, not feminist movie, but very female centric, or as whatever that stupid Star Wars lady said, woman centered movie. It's not let's
not bring up Star Wars.
No, that's a long reference, obscure reference. But it is also, funnily enough, I don't think it passes the Bechdel test.
No,
I don't think there is ever two women talking to each other about anything in the movie. They do talk at one point, two women, but it's mainly like, I want to be pretty, stop ruining everything.
Yeah, they're not really talking about anyone else except for themselves.
Yeah.
So,
funnily enough, there's not a lot of substance in the dialogue.
No, that's
the
true.
dialogue is very vapid, all of it.
There's a lot of things that's kind of vapid about it. That's the thing.
Okay.
Well, I think maybe it's the way they're portraying certain things that makes me feel like it's vapid, but they're doing it on purpose. It's just,
It's exaggerating reality. It's hyper reality. We talked about that before. I don't think the actions, or like I said, the themes, the point of the movie is substanceless. I think it has a lot of substance.
Sure.
And
I think I'm just having a hard time wrapping my mind around how they're like. I can understand what they're trying to say, but I feel like they're completely failing because they're like ruining it themselves.
Okay, but we'll have to save that for the spoilers then, because then that's very specific. Other than that, though, like the cinematography is amazing.
Sure, yes.
All the set designs, everything feels so specifically like made for this. There's no like, we'll shoot this on location. No, everything is made for this movie.
Yes,
and I love that it looked very like it looked so expensive, so to speak, but in a good way.
It felt like it kind of reminded me of like older, not old, but older Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As in like 80s.
Yeah, 80s, 70s,
maybe.
I would say. Yeah. 80s, obviously, with the that there's a lot of like
neon colors and
neon colors and then
spandex
aerobics TV morning show. It was just like that's not really a thing anymore. But okay.
No,
that was the
especially
one
not
thing.
with those colors.
I wonder if that is intentional, or if the writer Coralie Fargeat is just out of date. Like nobody watches aerobics on TV anymore. They stream yoga influencers on YouTube.
Yeah, they watch it on YouTube, and it's not really that kind. And you would definitely have a different vibe to it.
Yeah, but what it represents, is all the more poignant.
Yes,
I think is the word, or current.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, like we said, visuals are amazing.
A little bit nauseating at points with how the camera work was when there was like.
Once again, though, that's the point.
Yeah,
of course. It's body horror. You're supposed to feel sick when you're watching it.
Oh, but I meant like there's multiple sequences where just seeing palm trees.
Yeah.
And it's like strobing and shit, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, well,
I'd get it was just like cut in between certain things to obviously accentuate. Yes, the emotions and the feelings of the people or the characters. It's just annoying because I got nauseous, and I didn't like that. I didn't like feeling nauseous.
And then you have the pulse pounding music.
Yeah,
with a very it was very frantically edited for the most part. There's not a lot of like slow moments. Even the slow moments are pretty like hectic.
Yeah,
and then there's
always this tension somewhere, even if it's just someone staring at themselves in the mirror. It's so high strung and like I can feel my heartbeat racing.
Yeah. And then of course the gratuitous shots of first of all, like gratuitous shots of perfect, quote unquote, perfect bodies.
Yeah.
But then the same kind of gratuitous shots of, grotesquery later on to kind of reflect,
imperfect.
Imperfect. Yeah. Well, very imperfect. when we introduce Eliza Sue, well, we get to that. There's really nothing I don't like about this movie. There was not, sure, I didn't give it like 10 out of 10 because, it's not that for me, partly because maybe I'm not 100% the target audience, but also like it's not my favorite kind of subject to bring up, stuff like that. But for what it was, there was nothing they could have done better, I think.
No.
It was a masterpiece of filmmaking, I would say.
Sure, yeah, but there's also this whole, like, just personal opinion kind of thing, which...
Of course.
Obviously, for me, it lowers the ranking a little bit, or the rating a little bit.
Sure. And I think we have to get into spoilers to discuss that. We're a little early, but I think the spoiler section might be a bit longer. Or do you have anything else to say before we spoil stuff?
I was just like, can I drag this out for another minute?
Sure.
Somehow. But I couldn't think of anything. That's the problem.
Why do you want to drag it out?
No, you know what? Performances. We can talk about performances.
Oh, yeah.
We have two
central performances. Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
Yes.
Who are both phenomenal.
Yes.
I know a lot of people said that...
I almost didn't recognize Demi Moore, though. I don't know why. I think it's because I haven't seen her in a film.
Yeah, she hasn't done a lot of movies lately, or at least not stuff we have watched.
No.
She's, I guess, like, semi-retired, maybe? I'm not sure, actually. I mean, the last thing I can remember watching her in is, like, the second Charlie's Angels.
Wait, she was in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
She was?
Movie actress Olivia. That's got to be a small part.
That must be a very small part. Yeah. Yeah, and then she's done, in the last 5 years, she's done a lot of like TV and Songbird, which I never watched.
Yeah, no.
A lot of TV stuff I haven't watched.
I guess that's why I just didn't.
I don't watch.
Yeah, she wasn't.
I don't watch TV.
LOL, that's the last one I watched.
Oh yeah, and I saw her in Keeping Up with the Joneses from 2009, where she plays the mom. Oh, and she was the police in Mr. Brooks, but now we're talking 2007. That's almost 20 years ago.
Exactly, like.
Yeah, but
we just haven't had her on our radar for some reason.
But now she's back with a, I would say, like, career-defining performance. Very, very honest, very open, very naked in every sense of the word. It's the kind of role, you know, where it's the kind of movie and the kind of role where I hesitate to say it because I think it's overused, and I think it can be used in the wrong way. But brave.
Yeah, in a sense.
Not brave just because, spoilers, she's naked and like in very unflattering, but brave in what it talks about and how it does it in such a very, very impactful way. Raw way. And yes, the visuals are as part of that. Course. Yes.
And no, but it also because she is one of the actresses from, like, I'm guessing when was she big? Like the
90s.
90s? Yeah.
Huge in the 90s.
She has obviously done a lot of work on herself, which has, you know...
Yes.
A bit of an... That's part of the discussion.
No, that's definitely part of it. Yeah, you mean plastic surgery stuff. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And I feel that's also kind of brave then, because she's embracing the fact that she has. Yeah. She's not hiding it like a lot of people still do it these days, which is so weird.
Yeah.
And this is like bringing up the discussion about it, I guess.
Yeah, it's and also the fact that a lot of her work in the 90s was defined by her beauty. Like,
yes, exactly.
Good actress. Not saying anything about that, but I mean, a lot of roles she got because she was a hot lady, you know.
Yeah, she was pretty to look at.
Which she definitely tried to, you know, work against. You know, she shaved her head in G.I. Jane and, you know, went for the badass action role and stuff like that. Or actually, even though the role is kind of small, she is really good in, you know, as a dramatic actress in A Few Good Men. If you've seen that one, you know, You Can't Handle the Truth. You haven't seen that one?
I know which one it is, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so fucking good, that movie.
You know, there's like a list of like hundreds of movies I haven't seen.
Sure. But anyway, but yeah, so this is very, you know,
it felt on theme for her to be the actress.
Yeah, and it's good casting to use her in this kind of role. It's kind of like when they cast Michael Keaton in Birdman.
Yes.
You know, kind of, excuse me, but, you know, washed up, known mainly as, he was Batman back in the 80s.
Exactly, yeah.
And now he's trying to make a more, you know, cinema comeback. But then he's trying to direct a you know, dramatic, big Broadway stage show, you know, but it's falling apart. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, great performance by her. I'd say she is the best in the movie. A lot of people were saying that Margaret Qualley kind of didn't take over, but every scene she was in, she, you know, commanded.
It's kind of funny that you would say that she took over.
Hey, spoilers.
We have to mention Dennis Quaid as well, to be honest, though. But
yeah, he
disgusting, but in a good way.
Plays the sleazy TV producer.
Yeah.
He does it very well, very over the top, but he does it perfectly.
He's exactly what he's supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Hate it. Oh yeah. Absolutely hate it.
Did you know?
Which is the point.
Yeah, you're supposed to dislike him violently. Yeah. Did you know that they originally cast Ray Liotta in that role?
Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta, the guy in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
The two-time bent cop in Copland, you know.
No, I did not know that. That might have.
He died, unfortunately, before production began. But you can definitely now when you know that, you can so see him do that part.
Oh yeah,
with the beady eyes
definitely.
and the screaming and remember.
I feel like he's done that kind of character before already.
He did it quite recently in when he played the more expensive lawyer in A Marriage Story. When he's like, oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go after her because, she's the lady, so she's going to go for, all the money and everything. But we're going to claim that she didn't make any fucking money. And he's just sleazy, but very effective lawyer. Imagine that, turned up to 12. That's what this role would have been and what it is.
Though I feel like he might have been more,
sinister.
Scary
Yeah, I know.
And I liked that Dennis Quaid was almost a caricature of that.
Sure, he didn't seem scary the way he talked, but what he represented was scary. Yes, well, yes, Ray Liotta would be very just physically scary. I know what you mean. Yeah, especially those
we kind of needed
eyes.
that almost calm comedic twist to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been too dark.
he was not Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid was great in the role, but I would have loved to see the Ray Liotta version of it. But anyway,
I want to compare them.
Yeah. Anyway, Margaret Qualley, great work. Oh, yes. One of my favorite actresses. For various reasons. she's one of those celebrity crushes,
Yeah, you definitely have a type, and she fits that type.
Oh, yeah. But she's also, as a great bonus, she's also a very, very talented actress who's done some amazing stuff. She was in that it's not called The Maid, it's called something, the show on Netflix a few years ago. So fucking good with her. And of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and she's one of the good parts of Poor Things.
It is called Maid, though.
It is called Maid, okay, because I'm pretty sure there's another show called The Maid on HBO or something. So
that's probably true, but there is Maid.
Okay, yeah.
After fleeing an abusive relationship, a young mother finds a job cleaning houses.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I haven't seen enough things with her, I think.
No, yeah. But also, there's a lot of gratuitous shots of her in various stages of undress, which I can't complain about that. I just want to mention that. Jesus Christ. But also there, maybe not as because of beauty standards, even though the movie works, to break down beauty standards, maybe not as daring of a role for her to take on. But still, she has those scenes as well. I mean, it is I'm not downplaying it at all. I'm sorry, but I know that speaking, in interviews and stuff, Demi Moore was very not on board with doing as much nude scenes as she does until she found out that Margaret Qualley was doing it, and they found some sort of kinship in that, especially since there's a lot of them just literally being butt-ass naked together in weird situations.
Yeah.
So it means stuff like that.
Because I kept thinking, certain scenes, I was just like, this has to have been hell to film.
Oh, yeah.
Must have been so uncomfortable.
Yeah. But I think that's
thank
partly
God
the
for,
point.
Intimacy directors and shit on sets these days. Because if this was done in, the 90s, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would have just walked away. Nah, I'm not going to finish this.
Well, just
if they had the same.
The director just says, "Do it for the art."
Yeah, well,
there was honestly, there was more nudity in movies back then.
Yeah, but
and not
less of a point to it.
Yeah, well, we're talking different kind of movies here.
That's true.
There's a difference between. Julianne Moore walking around Donald Duck style in whatever it's called. Is it Shortcuts? I think.
I think so.
And what's her name? That gets taken advantage of in Last Tango in Paris. There's a difference.
Yes. There's definitely a difference.
Either way,
we are past the 20-minute mark.
Yes.
So we should definitely get into spoilers.
Yeah, but just to wrap this up, then, for me. It's one of the best movies of the year. It had everything I wanted and then some. I can't recommend it enough. Maybe not if you're squeamish, since it is a body horror movie and they go hard into the body horror for the third act. So think of that.
I think you need to be aware of certain things beforehand.
Like what?
Because honestly, the close-ups, not the nudity per se, but the close-ups were kind of annoying to me, to the point where I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Yeah, there's close-ups of people eating and just faces.
No. The close-ups
lips.
of like the workout routines and shit. That part made me kind of go, I felt like this was a man directing and it was just disgusting.
Yeah, but that's the that's.
I know that's the point, but that I feel like some people might not be able to watch.
Well,
that,
that's when media literacy comes into the discussion, where you need to understand context.
Yes, obviously,
and
like I understand why they had it in it.
In the context of this, there is a woman directing it, and she's doing it to make a point. What? Don't you do any research before watching a movie?
No,
just at least
God, no.
You don't have to like watch every trailer, but at least know who's writing and directing it.
No,
why not?
No, unless it's someone I know who it is.
Okay.
No, if I'm walking into a random movie, I'm gonna watch it for the movie.
Yeah, but you could at least like, you could just read, it's directed by Coralie Fargeat. I don't know who that is, but now I know at least who the person is. All right, whatever.
I could have, but I didn't.
Whatever. Yeah, but stuff like that means that you're watching the movie.
And I'm
in the wrong way. I know that's not you can't really watch a movie in the wrong way, but the scenes take on a different meaning.
Yes,
when you know it's directed by a woman, because yes, there is a difference.
What's the word in English? Förutfattade meningar.
You're making presumptions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I just went, shit, dude did this. This is disgusting. Which is why it changed my opinion a little bit afterwards when I figured out, it's a woman.
Even if it was a man who directed those scenes, they serve a purpose beyond just showing Margaret Qualley twerking, which, on a surface level, I can't complain.
No, but I can.
Yeah.
On a surface level.
That's also what I want to get into, the specifically male and female perspective of the movie.
Yes, so let's talk spoilers. From here on out, spoilers for the substance. You have been warned. You have been warned.
Spoilers. So, when